me, Alexa, and today we're going to be taking a look at the alternate ending trailer for the upcoming Malayalam film Churuli, directed and written by Lijo Pellissery. I'm so sorry. I know better. I definitely know better. I don't know why I said Jose. So I really enjoyed the first trailer. I loved reading your guys' comments about it. We're going to talk more about this trailer and the last one after we watch this one, because I definitely want to compare the two a bit. I think this is really interesting that instead of like, I don't know, maybe they'll release a second trailer as well, but it seems like in place of doing like a second trailer, they did the same one but with an alternate ending, which I think will have a good commentary on the movie itself. So I'm just interested. We'll see what it is and we'll talk more afterwards. Without further ado, let's jump right on in. Got the same cool intro. I love this animation. Yeah. It's so trippy.
നിനക്ക് പെരുമാടൻ ആരാന്നറിയോടാ ഷാജിബ? എല്ലാരെയും വഴിതെറ്റിച്ചു വിടുന്ന ഭയങ്കരനാ. ഒരു ദിവസം ഒരു തിരുമേനി അവനെ പിടിച്ചു കെട്ടാൻ തീരുമാനിച്ചു. കാട്ടിൽ കൂടെ ഒരു കൊട്ടയും തലയിൽ വെച്ച തിരുമേനിയുടെ പോക്ക്. നല്ല ഭംഗിയുള്ള കാട്ടിക്കൂടിയ പോക്ക്. എങ്ങും കാണാത്ത ജീവികളാ. തിരുമേനിക്ക് വഴിയറിയാൻ മേല. പക്ഷെ മരങ്ങളും മൃഗങ്ങളും പക്ഷികളും ചെടികളും തിരുമേനിയെ കണ്ട് അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും കണ്ണിറുക്കി. അവർക്ക് തിരുമേനിയെ അറിയാം.
I love this animation style.
കൃത്യമായ വിവരവാ. പക്ഷെ മയിലാടുംപറമ്പിൽ ജോയി എന്നൊരു കൊണച്ച പേരല്ലാതെ വേറെ മയിലും നമ്മുടെ അടുത്തില്ല.
നീ ഏതാടാ? നല്ല പരിചയമുണ്ടല്ലോ.
എനിക്കറിഞ്ഞൂടോ.
കുറേ ദൂരം ചെന്നപ്പോ വഴിയിലൊരു പന്ത് കിടക്കുന്നു. തിരുമേനി എടുത്ത് കൊട്ടയിലിട്ടു.
സാർമാര് വഴി തരില്ലേട്ടാ, ഇതൊരു കിടക്കേണ്ട സ്ഥലാ. ഈ വഴി കുറച്ചുകൂടി പോണം.
കുറേ ദൂരം ചെന്നപ്പോ കൊട്ടയിലൊരനക്കം.
This is so trippy. This scene is what confuses me the most, I think.
പന്ത് പോലെ ചുരുണ്ടിരുന്നൊരു ഇനം വെച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു, തിരുമേനി ഈ വഴി പോകും. അപ്പൊ ഇനം വെച്ച് പറയാ, തിരുമേനി ആ വഴി പോന്നു. തിരുമേനി ആ വഴി പോയി. അങ്ങനെ അങ്ങനെ തിരുമേനി ഇപ്പോഴും കണ്ട വഴിയെല്ലാം പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. തലയിലിരിക്കുന്നത് മാടനാന്ന് തിരുമേനിക്ക് ഇതുവരെ പിടികിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല.
എനിക്കെന്താ ഇവിടെ കുറെ നാളായ പോലെ
Still such a well-made trailer. Ooh. Okay, here's the difference. That was weird. I say that the one shot's most confusing, then that's what they have for the alternate ending. Okay. So, well, one thing, so I really loved your guys' comments on the last one. It was so cool. A lot of you guys are making guesses about the movie, and that's like my favorite comments to these trailer reactions. So there was a few comments that discussed that it probably has something to do with time, and that was something I didn't really consider whenever I first watched it, but then y'all said that, so I went back and rewatched a little bit of the trailer, like to see the points that y'all were making, and I 100% agree that this definitely, or I think that it has something to do with time. I'm not gonna say definitely. We still don't know enough, but I have a strong assumption that it will have to do with time because, well, so first of all, there's this comment. This person listed out a good list of Mr. Hacky on the last video. They said clues that suggest that time travel might be in it. First of all, of course, the name, Churuli. I didn't know this, but it means like coil or circular or cyclic, or someone also said it means like spiral. You know, it has like, it means like roughly that like circular motion. And that of course has a strong connection to time, because that's a long, like, time is a cycle and like time spirals, like that's a big one of the many thoughts about time. And so I thought that was very, very cool. And I do agree. And I also think maybe that, so they kept showing spiders, and I was focusing on the spiders last time I watched it, and whenever I went back and like rewatched some parts of it, but I think that it actually might be about the web. So it's like a web, you know, because like that's another way to kind of look at time, like all the intersecting like loops and strings and how it all works. And so I'm wondering if maybe that is another little hint for us about it being about time. I don't know. This is a really great trailer, and there's so much to analyze in it, and I really hope that the full movie, which it seems like it's gonna be good based on all y'all's comments about this director. A lot of you guys comparing him to Nolan, who is one of my favorite directors, so I'm definitely interested to take a look at some of his movies. So I'm really interested to see how fun it'll be to analyze the full film. I think that that'll be a good time. If you enjoy analyzing movies, which I of course do. They had a few other points like they talked about at the end, which is something I didn't even think about, and I don't think I would have. The gears are like in a clock, which I thought was really interesting, and I agree with that. That does make a lot of sense. And then he also talked about a few comments, like the female character at one point said like, "Who are you? You look familiar." And another point, one of the guys said, "It feels like we've been in for ages." And then their final point, which is something that I had not heard before, which is that comets, like the comet shown passing, is an association with time travel historically. And I had not heard that before. I still don't know much about why that is, but I thought that was really interesting. I don't necessarily think it's gonna be time travel, but I just think maybe in the forest, time will not be defined the way that it is outside of the forest, I'm thinking. Like, so of course, we view overall time's viewed as pretty linear by like us, you know, as we go about our day, the next minute, you know, it all keeps going in a straight path, and that's how we have a relationship with times. We keep moving forward with it. But there's, of course, you know, that's one thought process of time. And that's kind of how, I believe that that's how our relationship with time is. You know, we're just, I mean, we're constantly moving forward together. And while time in itself is a, you know, much more complex construct than that, that's kind of how I view it. And so I think that whenever you're in the forest, though, it'll be less that time's moving straightforward, but it's just kind of moving more in a spiral or a circle. And so it like loops back on itself, or maybe, so whenever you're in it, you may think a day has passed, but actually it's been 5 years or something like that, you know? And so just the relationship with time is no longer as straightforward as, oh, a second's passing, you know, each second's passing means that that amount of time is passing, which of course is all a construct that we've created. But, you know, we're not going to get too into science because, one, I don't know enough about science to try and talk about it, and two, I don't know enough about science to try and talk about it, so we're not gonna go too deep into that. The thing in this trailer that throws me off the most, though, is what they use in that alternate ending, as well as the shot earlier where they have the people with like the weird lights on their face, because that feels kind of future-y. So I don't know. That's what really, that I can't figure those guys out. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a really interesting and well done trailer. I think this one has, so the other one leaves you with a bit of a smile, because I don't know, I feel it's pretty joking whenever the guy's like, you know, aren't you worried about your spirit? And he goes like, F my spirit. So that was just a little humorous back and forth because of how nonchalantly he responds with that, you know. This one, however, leaves you on a lot more creepier vibe as the guys kind of walk towards you and clap there at the end. You know, that's just a bit more unsettling, I think, which is interesting. I'm really interested to see about the movie. I wonder if there will be a alternate ending for the full film, or if it's just something they're just doing for the trailer to kind of tease a little more without giving away too much more, because of course everything in here is the exact same besides that final shot. So it's really interesting because it really makes me wonder about the film, because this is a really cool technique for a trailer. I mean, people have done it before, but it's not often done. It's not a common practice to, you know, release two of the same trailers with alternate endings. And so I always wonder why exactly they do it. I feel like this one, it was so that they could show one more scene without giving away too much and also not ruining the pacing of the other one. Because I don't know where they could have put this shot in the other one, unless maybe they added it on the end after the final one for that, but it would have just had a different connotation to it. And so I think it's really interesting that they separated the two. And I wonder if maybe that even says a bit about the time, because maybe they're from two different times. I don't know. There's so many ways to take this. I really do hope that it's about time, or else I'm gonna feel silly. But I mean, it makes perfect sense as you analyze it, and I break down all the different symbols and messages throughout it, so I don't know. Yeah, so please leave, if do you guys have any more thoughts? Like, what do you think about those guys on that last frame? Like, who do you think they are? Why do you think they're there? Or do you have no idea, like me? Yeah, so please continue to leave your amazing comments down below, and thank you guys so much for watching this reaction. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe, and go check out our other 2 channels, see if you like the videos over there, and maybe hit the subscribe button if you do. Alright, thanks again guys so much, and I hope you all are staying safe out there and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!